Well, back aboard Bear. It's been raining outside quite a bit today, so we got a late start here. Not sure how much we're going to get done today, because most of what we're here for is to take down the mast. But we can get a couple jobs done with the wet weather outside. Right now the rain stopped for a moment, and it's supposed to start up again soon, but everything seems to be in pretty good order. Over here, we left the refrigerator open. Seem to have no mold issues in there like we did last time. You can see over here on our battery monitor, both of our batteries are up at 12.5 volts, which is great. I had left them unplugged and uncharged. You know, it's only been a month, but that's good level for the batteries. And everything else seems pretty good. This right here is the place where our backstay attaches. You can see this right here. It's all PVC piping that goes up about a quarter of the way up the backstay or something like that. This is our SSB antenna in here, and this is all protecting it. I was a little worried that this was going to be a big hassle, but it looks like it's going to be less so. We'll just take off the stay itself, and we'll have to figure out where these go to underneath, which might be a little bit of a problem. And obviously replacing this is going to be a little interesting, because we're going to have to make a better seal than that, I think. The other side is just a screw-off piece, so we'll see how that ends up working out right there. But it looks pretty straightforward here. Show you some of the other stuff on. So here we are at the bow. This is our inner forestay with the furler there, and it seems like this should be pretty easy to get off too. We'll just take the cotter pin out of the rod there. We might have to take off these metal pieces here in order to get at the turnbuckle to loosen it up a little bit. But that should be fairly easy, just using the wrench. Here we are zooming in on the actual forestay with the furler on it. This is pretty much the same situation. It might be a little bit more difficult because the top end of that metal bracket there is attached to the furler. But I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem to get at that either. But I guess we'll see. Another thing that we're going to have to do here is unscrew all of these. This is our obviously our compression post. So the mast is above us. We're going to have to unscrew all of these and see what kind of electrical connections we have underneath there. I'm hoping that everything's going to be accessible right in here, and we're going to figure out what we have to take apart before we pull the mast. So that's another job. I'm a little wary of starting to take off those screws today. I bought an impact driver yesterday, but I didn't charge it up, and so I'm going to charge that impact driver tonight, and hopefully we can get on here tomorrow and take some of these out. But it doesn't look like too big of a problem, I'm hoping. We'll see. Well, been on the boat for, I don't know, about 2 hours now, hour and a half, I don't know. And sort of figured everything out as far as what we need to do to get the mast down. It's going to be a little bit easier than I thought. Of course, I haven't started yet, so who knows what sorts of problems we're going to run into. But the biggest problem might actually be getting down the shade cloth on the top. It's just going to be a pretty time-consuming task, and also something that I think we're going to have to take our time with in order to make sure that we can get the shade cloth back up afterwards. Trying to remind myself, here for a little bit, looking at some jobs that Margaret and I were just completing when we were here in January. Got a couple things figured out, some things that we can start tackling. Unfortunately, you can't really tell right now, but it started raining like literally 10 minutes after we got to the boat again, and so it makes it a little difficult to get the shade cloth off, or a little bit uncomfortable while we were doing that. So I've kind of just been poking around the boat, trying to figure out some things and sort of figure out what we need for things. My dad's been sitting down in the car, hanging out, probably reading the Michigan Wolverine on his phone, and so we got a couple things we need to buy. I think we're just going to pack it in for the day. Hopefully I can catch Rocky, who's the manager of the yard here, to figure out exactly what day, what his plan is for pulling the mast. But that's about it, and short day, but I'm a little relieved that some of the stuff looks looks a little bit easier than I was imagining. So we'll see, and we'll certainly bring you along.